Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Daily Crypto News. And guys, the last couple of days have been so chaotic. Have you guys looked at the election just now? It is going completely crazy, and Twitter is filled, and literally everywhere I watch, I see election, election, election. I thought, you know what? Let me make another crypto video here to get your mind off of it, but let's quickly talk about voting for just a little second because, funny enough, I think many people don't realize that even through Ripple's vision, voting will be integrated into the Internet of Value, the thing that Ripple is building. We're going to get into that. We're going to get into Chainlink, Ethereum. We got some crazy stuff about everything coming up, G20 and stuff, like you can see at the top here. So stay tuned, stay watching. But first, make sure you check out the Growth Masters Academy. I just published a new video, and I want to try hit 50 likes on all videos on here, So let's just try hit 50 likes on all 3 of these videos, and I want to try and make it so every time I hit 50 likes, I'm going to be uploading another vid. So check it out, help me out by pressing the like button, and let's move on. And by the way, question of today is, well, what do you think about crypto right now? Are you bullish or bearish for, I would say, the next couple of days? Having said that, this paper right here, or this little insight on the Ripple page, is something you really must check out for yourself, all right? You really have to. Why? Because, well, it kind of gives us some insight into what the big plan is and what the big purpose of all of this actually kind of entails. Because I think very often when we are taking a look at what Ripple is doing and what's happening, like is XRP going to be gas? Like all those theories, we sometimes forget the core of what it is we're going after and what the core is of what we really are trying to change. Listen to me on this little note. With the Internet of Value, a value transaction such as foreign currency payment can happen instantly, just as how people have been sharing words, images, and videos online for decades. And it's not just money. The Internet of Value will enable the exchange of any asset that is of value to someone, including stocks, votes, frequent flyer points, securities, ILP or intellectual property, music, and scientific discoveries, and even more than that. Another part is our vision is for the value to be exchanged as quickly as information. Although information moves around the world instantly, a single payment from one country to another is slow, expensive, and unreliable. All right, that is their vision. Okay, that already sounds pretty good, but let's go on. In the US, a typical international payment takes 3 to 5 days to settle, has an error rate of at least 5%, and an average cost of $42. Have you fathomed that? Have you gotten that inside your head? That right now there's an error rate, so a chance of it failing and something going wrong of 5%, a payment taking 3 to 5 days, and then costing on average $42? That is so strange. We've looked at Bitcoin, we've looked at Ethereum, we've looked at XRP, and a $1 billion transaction could go for as little as 1 cent. It can. And now to move on, worldwide there are $180 trillion worth of cross-border payments made every year, with a combined cost of more than $1.7 trillion a year. So by basically having a 100% Ripple-based system, we would already save $1.7 trillion a year. Now, of course, we're not going to get a 100% Ripple system, but as has been discussed by G20 multiple times before, we are going to a kind of a costless payment system. The ECB, I'm going to say even every entity out there with authority in the space here, because the Fed, and they've all actually talked about this right now that I'm thinking about it. They have all done their own little say. The IMF has also placed a couple of thoughts on all of that. The ECB has placed a couple of thoughts on that. G7 might have also placed something. We definitely saw it in the FSB. We've just been seeing it everywhere. The statements of, we need to get it properly done. A system where payments are free. Now, in a couple of days, actually 17, we're going to be getting another virtual leaders summit. Of course, G20. There are some questions about how this is going to be going on, because I saw some people that do not want to go to where it is right now, and a lot of others were also really, really against I guess a couple of things for this year. I don't remember exactly what it was all about now that I'm thinking about it, but a lot of people did not want to go to this area right here in Saudi Arabia, and also with that, a lot of were against meeting up or something like that this year. They wanted to kind of skip it. I, by the way, don't know if it's going to be online or in person, because, I mean, to a certain degree, a conference like this, it's called virtual, so I'm going to say it's virtual, but it will kind of be strange, It's the first of many things right here that we are going to be seeing such a conference not in real person. Let's hope those things do not get hacked. But with that, I actually tried to look up for you guys a little bit about whether or not these have made a significant impact on crypto or even specific XRP. But looking into it here, G20 of 2019 was about June 28th to 29th. And if we check that out for a little second, you can see, okay, the day before it, price went down crazy. The day it started, prices went up. It was still busy. It went down a little bit, and the day afterwards, it went down further. But it was interesting to see that the day before, or just a little bit before, we saw a big increase and then a big fall. Okay, let's quickly check out for XRP, June 27th, June 28th. So right here, we saw another, I guess, big increase a couple of days before it, and the day it happened, yeah, a big decrease the day before, increase the day. Okay, so that's for 2019. Again, I'm just trying to explore this with you guys. Here is the 2018 one, which is November 30th to December 1st of 2018. Taking a look at the whole market cap here, we got what was it now? November 30th to December 1st. So that is right around here. Yeah, so this one is already kind of different, right? Because we see 2 days prior, we see a huge increase, and then the day itself, we see a decrease, and thus, looking at it from this perspective, I'm going to say that these conferences really have not that much to do with crypto, prices at least. Even though crypto is being discussed every single time consecutively, it is always about it. They've discussed that for the last, I think, even 3 years already now. It most likely has not made any significant impact, and from that perspective, some guys that have been saying that this conference is going to be changing everything, it is going to be changing everything from a perspective of progress, because these countries coming together and discussing these things are very, very vital to our future. Yet, in terms of price, it is most likely not going to be doing anything looking at our history. Maybe we're going to see some repetitiveness where a couple of days before we get a huge spike and then the day itself or the day before a huge dump. That could really be so, but we can't tell for certain because it's not really looking that clear. On the same note, though, of these elections and necessarily votes, it was actually pretty interesting that I saw yesterday that there was an opportunity to actually watch these votes live on Ethereum and EOS. And they would, of course, be using an oracle, which is, again, talking about Chainlink. And Chainlink has really been one of my favorite coins right now, right now. I'm not going to tell you guys to buy. That's not my point here. And by the way, make sure you press the like button if you are enjoying these videos. I make them all for you, so check it out. And also check out the Growth Masters Academy. But Chainlink, I do not want to tell you guys to buy because I don't really know too much in that sense. But Chainlink now powers a new two-factor authentication oracle built by Digital Bridge for smart contracts for projects on the Matic network and beyond. Now, there are a couple of connections to make with Matic and how that is all involving XRP as well. But for this one, I just want to briefly talk about Chainlink themselves. I've told you guys it looks juicy, also because it was mentioned here on Forbes, which was watched. This article was we're doing okay, but the thing it is entailing, the thing it's telling us about is pretty damn huge. It's pretty damn big and really, in my opinion, quite amazing. Now, if we take a look at Link and how the price is going along, it's actually pretty damn bullish. All the way since somewhere near the end of September, the price has only been going up. At least it's been a pretty damn clear uptrend. However, with Chainlink, it is always a little bit difficult to spot exactly where it can and should be going, because that is, of course, one of the coins that made an all-time high in a time where most coins were not doing that proper or that well at all. So also talking about major resistances or supports is kind of strange. One that I would like to point out is one we just hit that was right there at around $12.8. But every time I look at Chainlink, I'm kind of sad I didn't buy more when we were at like $1 or something like that. Because right now it's kind of, strange to buy Link at 10 while you had the chance to buy it so super cheap. Especially if you take a look at the beginning of the year here in March, you could have bought it for as low as $1.40. And then right now, the cheapest you could have picked it up for in the last couple of months was $7.50. Kind of hurts, but the same thing applies for many other crypto, and it's something you just gotta get used to, that you're either there or be square. If you're too late, you're too late, you've missed the boat, and very often there's no chance to get it back. Now, Chainlink often works together with Ethereum because they build something on Ethereum, or in this case with Matic, and it's kind of verified through an oracle, which in this case is Chainlink. However, Ethereum has also been getting some crazy good articles out just now, and a lot of crazy news. Ethereum skyrockets to $400, new bull market incoming. Ethereum is up by a total of 4.2% over the past 24 hours, as it has surged towards $400. The coin rebounded at a rising trendline support level yesterday. Against Bitcoin, Ethereum continued to set 3-month lows yesterday, but bounced back today to reach 0.0294 Bitcoin. Okay. Let's quickly check it out here. So a lot of the crypto market is doing insane. I saw a couple of guys mention, man, why is XRP not performing that great? Well, funny enough, XRP actually did pretty well yesterday, so I'm kind of thinking that XRP is hurt by that right now, by not being able to go on. However, since Bitcoin has actually passed 14,000 rather simply, it could be that a lot of these cryptos are going to be following the surge here, and you guys can bet your ass I am excited for what we're seeing right now. These crypto prices are going really crazy, and that says something, That says something. Either people are really doing this because of the election and something like that, but we'll get into that in a little bit later. The more we're getting close to 20,000 here, the more I'm kind of feeling like, 14 already is such a huge number, and yet we're not that happy with it, right? But maybe that's because a lot of our altcoin portfolios are not at the moon yet. I mean, last time Bitcoin hit 14,000, a lot of those alts were rather, I guess, proper. We're doing pretty fine. We're doing pretty good, giving us a huge ROI. Right now, though, a lot of alts are not even performing that great, yet Bitcoin is so far up at the top. You can see here the percentages to all-time high, right? You can see it. All right, BNB and maybe Chainlink and Polkadot, they're not on the same level, but a lot of the other ones are 1,000% down or something like that. And I guess before, it might have been only like 70 or so percent, or maybe even 20, something like that. It was just way closer to all-time high. And maybe that's why our general portfolios were also way higher at the time. Now, here was another cool article. Here's when Ethereum 2.0 will finally launch. The only thing you need to know about this is that Ethereum 2.0 could be a game changer, and right now it is scheduled for December 1st, or at least the start of it all. According to a blog post, the genesis time for Ethereum 2.0, the proof of stake iteration of the second largest blockchain, has been scheduled for December 1st. You can see it in the code right here. December 1st, 2020, 12 p.m. UTC. I guess that's an assumption, though. You don't know for sure. The genesis, however, won't be triggered if there's less than 16,384 validated deposits a week prior to the aforementioned date to make sure it is all legitimate. And of course, because you got to transfer over to a new system, which is rather difficult and rather strange. No other major crypto have done this. So it's going to be something very pivotal as well. And this might show something for our future of crypto, as this might show us that there's a lot more possibility. Maybe Bitcoin eventually could switch over as well. How the foundations work with Bitcoin are, of course, a little bit different, and maybe there is something to say for not going for proof of stake either, because you are more vulnerable. However, if we're talking energy consumption and the growing concerns of the people, it might be an option to think about. All right. But again, it's not really up to us anyway. These are multi-billion-dollar decisions, and I really have nothing to say in that. Right? I don't even have that much mining power, so what can I possibly do? Nothing. I can just talk to you guys about this type of stuff, but hopefully you guys have been enjoying this video. Even though it is a crazy time right now, you might have just had a couple of minutes. I'm thinking of only doing 2 videos today, but maybe there'll still be 3. I gotta quickly check it out what I can do, but it has definitely been a crazy time, all right? It's been a crazy time, but not only for you, for all of us. The internet is going completely berserk, but it will all be fine soon, guys. A couple of days away from hopefully a very much better future. Guys, check out the Growth Masters Academy. Make sure you press the like button and subscribe if you enjoyed it here, and I'll see you guys again in another crypto video. Enjoy your day.